it off. I put feeling, money can't buy. The city conference last week. The city conference yesterday. Jaden, sit up. You're one of the examples in here, you knucklehead. When we won it as a team, when you won it as individuals, when you scored points as individuals, when you won yours yesterday, both of you kids, did it feel good?
Yeah.
It should. We celebrate. You both got 4-timers. Genuine made the finals coming from a DMP. Fred won his second. Miguel got his second. Jeremy got his first. Willie stepped up, made the finals again. Sid on a couple of practices and scored us some big points. That's the reason you kids are trained. Those feelings you get, you're not going to be able to buy that. It doesn't matter. You could be the richest person in the world, and you're not going to get that thrill of victory being on the mat. Or even just being in the competition, being part of a team, being part of something that's better than yourself. So enjoy this time here, because these are hard. That's why I work so hard to coach you kids, because I enjoy just being along and seeing you get that feeling. And I get to experience a little piece of it. But that's as good as I'm going to get. When you kids get an opportunity to get this amazing feeling with your hard work. But at the end of the year, you're going to be sitting in the hallway crying, or you're going to be standing at the top of the podium saying, I'm ready for the next, I'm ready for Fargo. But you're going to get a feeling. Just embrace these feelings and enjoy it, because this stuff, I'm telling you, you could be a millionaire, the richest person in the world. You cannot buy the feeling of getting your hand raised on that mat when all your teammates are all, let's go Willie, let's go Jeremy. Like, you all are going to miss this stuff. Enjoy it while you're here. Even you go to college, it's a little different. You might be a red shirt, you're wrestling a tournament before Jalen. Everybody watches in Milwaukee, this Jalen Connery's the man. Now he's wrestling at the Tom, Dick, and Harry Open. Nobody knows that he's on Flow Wrestling with 2 fans in the crowd. National champ, Matt Kolazek, just got pulled out of red shirt. He had to wrestle in a random tournament, drive 6 hours on himself so he could qualify for nationals. College is different. Embrace this feeling, because it doesn't come around very often. And especially with some of you other kids at Tech, we don't win a lot of city titles. So even you're part of this. Everybody is. The ladies, the gentlemen, everybody was there. We all got a little part of that feeling. Enjoy these good times. Because the bad time it hurt last year, we moved on. Just like we're going to move on from the good one. But I'm telling you, enjoy these feelings. That's why you're training so hard. For the postseason thoughts. I did the research. 10% of the first seeds are going to lose at every regional. The person rated number 1, you're going to be in a group of 8. They're going to seed you 1 through 8. 10% of those number 1 seeds are going to lose. That's a pretty big number, wouldn't you say?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. No, I would.
90% win.
Yeah, but you're put out of a group of 8 kids. They say Fred Eggleston's the best. And there's out of 10 Freds, one of them's going to lose every time. So just because you know the number 1 person, it don't mean nothing. So say you're not, some of you kids will be that number 1 person. Stick to your game plan. Get your stuff done. Don't let the moment, like you said, everything's important, nothing is special. Stick to your plan. If you're not, say you're a lower person, I'm going to give you some strategies. Have a game plan. Step 1. Genuine, why'd you look crazy when I said I had a game plan? You never heard that word?
I was daydreaming.
You're the guy, you might be the 8th seed. You're going to need to listen to this stuff right here. Have a game plan. So you get seeded by your records. Some of you got good records, you're going to be there. Some of you don't have good records. You're going to be a little lower. So if you are the lower seed, let's say, and this is not for like a 4 or 5 matchup. Maybe you got a kid who you know, like, damn, this kid's putting some more work than me. They're a little level up right now. Doesn't mean they can beat you in that match, but you got to do it smart. So if you know the kid's good on the feet, don't go out and fire off 5 takedowns unless you're Fred Eggleston, who's got a great takedown. That is your game plan. But if you're just, you're not a big takedown person, don't fire out some bad shots. Instead of going into that second period 0-0, you're now down 10-4. Over you mentally just doing bad things and letting this person have their way with you. If you are that top seed, you need to punish these bad shots. Especially some of you seniors, I see somebody take a bad shot on you, we'll let them back to their feet. Punish every bad mistake that the lower seed does. Lower seeds, take advantage of your opportunities. Don't go that crazy. So your plan, find out every kid has an attack hand. Think about all you kids right now. Do you know which hand you like to tie up with, which hand you like to make contact with first? Everybody got their hand?
No.
Find it. Lock that hand up. Put that kid in a rush it. Next thing you know, it's second period, 0-0. Willie has gotten really good at this. That's why I call you the slow poison. If you get a 0-0 first period, that's great. Fred, you need to have a 10-4 first period. You're the exact opposite. So know your style of stuff that you do. And then 0-0 first period, maybe the 1 seed, the guy who's made state before. I haven't looked up this. Let's just say Willie's got the returning state champ. He goes 0-0 that first period. The coach looks at him, come on, man. What are you doing out there? You should be kicking this kid's ass. I see the kid's like, damn, what's going on like this? I thought this kid sucked. He's locking me up at 0-0. Your throat starts getting a little nervous. Like everything starts changing. Your body is going to go through physiological changes. Sid, this is going to be great for you because nobody knows who the hell you are. They're going to feel your heat. They're going to, oh shit, what the hell happened? I thought this kid was 1-1. Where the hell did they find this guy from? You're going to be a secret weapon. This stuff, work with Willie on that Russian tide. So now the doubt's starting to go through that kid's mind. Instead of having that 10-4 first period, the number 1 seed is there 0-0. Then Jalen shaking his head. You've seen this before, right? You've been the kid who's been on the other side of this. So now, maybe it's the third period. Let's say you're down 3-2. You've kept the match close. You're gonna steal this match late. Everybody's got a good turn on top, a good throw on their feet. You got some sort of trick, right? Nobody's sitting here with an empty toolbox like, shit, what am I gonna do? Is there anybody like that? So you got something. If you got a good cradle, rip that thing, it's gonna work. If you got a half Nelson rake, if you've got a throw from your feet, whatever you do, go for it in this moment, because it will work. You've trusted it all year. This person now, they're scared that I'm gonna try to win 3-2, it's been a close match. Boom, they're counting the lights. You gotta go for that, especially if you're down low. Jalen's the best example. He was down 12-2. The kid was trying to, oh, I'm going to get 20 more seconds, get the win. I'll go to state for my 3rd time senior year. Oh, he knew he had to throw. He fired and he pinned the kid. Probably if they wrestle 1,000 times, that kid might win 999. Win it when it counts. Because then Jalen got to go to state. That boy had to buy a ticket. He went freshman, sophomore, junior year. Senior year, he had to buy a ticket because some little black kid from Milwaukee launched his ass on his melon. So now, it all starts, believe in yourself. If you don't, that's the main piece to all of this puzzle. You gotta believe in yourself. From everybody, from Genuine all the way to Jarvis, you gotta have the belief. Because that's where it all starts. Because you'll lose that match to the kid, 7-4, and you're like, damn, I could have beat him. I know everybody in here is thinking about a loss right now that they're like, shit, if I would have done one more move, if I would have tried my cradle, if I would have got to my single leg, like everybody in this room has that match. Don't be looking after the thing like, man, I should have really fired my attacks. If you do all your attacks and you leave it out on the mat, hey, sometimes somebody's just better than you, and that's okay. That's part of life. But if you live with that regret, like, damn, I wish I would have got to my body lock, or I wish I would have got my half Nelson in, go for all this stuff, because you don't want to be sitting back at there, because you'll look at me, you say, I could have beat that kid. I'll say, no kidding. I know you could have beat that kid. I believed in you, but you got to believe in yourself, even if nobody else in the gym believes in you. We got tons of stories like that. Willie last year at City. Jalen, almost every year he's in there going to state. Last year they had 2 kids. One was ranked like 1st in the state. The other kid was 40-1. Nobody thought that Jalen was going to beat him except kids in this room. But he believed in himself. You think you're going to win that match? Did you have a doubt in your mind?
I had no choice but to.
No choice but to. That's perfect. That's the energy all you kids need to have. Because now it comes down to my last part. Somebody in this group is going to do better than they ever thought they could. They're going to go to state, or they're going to win state, or they're going to get that state medal. Something that at the beginning of the year you thought was an unattainable dream, a pipe dream, something that's just like, you hear about people doing it, you see the names on the wall. It's going to happen to somebody in this room. Maybe most people in this room. But it starts here. He's not, he believes, I believe you can win a state title. I believe you go all the way through nationals, take out Fargo. There's a number of kids in this room that can do the same damn thing, but you gotta believe in yourselves. So my last question, somebody on the team is gonna do better than they thought they could. Who's it finna be?
Me.
Who's it finna be?
Me.
Who's it finna be?
Me.
Who's it finna be?
Marcus.
I heard everybody but Jeremy. The rest of y'all go get a break and we'll come back in. Let's go.